No, 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 no.
Oh, he tried it.
Oh, make it stop, Gramps! Make it stop!
Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So, today I got a pretty funny video for you guys. News on the GTA 6 hacking situation, and this has actually a pretty funny ending. And the thing about this is I'm not one to laugh a lot. You guys know me, I don't tend to joke around a lot, but I find stories like this absolutely hilarious, especially when somebody gets karma, because this backfired so badly. This... Oh my god, this is just, when you see scumbags like this, get karma, it is just so satisfying when you see stuff like this. So, as you guys know, a couple days ago, Shiny Hunters had hacked into Rockstar. Made a video about that. Also have that video linked at the end if you want to watch that video of me breaking down that hack. But they had stolen some kind of financial information from Take-Two Interactive. We were concerned whether they would have, spoilers and other stuff that they possibly hacked for GTA 6. Thankfully, they didn't have any spoilers, but almost all the information that they had stolen was useless. It was not anything that was actually worthwhile for them to keep. And they had threatened, Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive. They had demanded a ransom. And again, these guys are massive scumbags because these guys, remember what I said, these guys in 2024, they hacked into Power School and they had hacked the data of so many students. And what they did was they demanded money from the school. The school paid them over a $2 million ransom. And then a couple months later, what happened was they got ransomed again, where people were messaging them, telling them, oh, pay us more, or we're going to release the rest of the stuff, which shows that these people can't be trusted. So, like I said, these people are criminals. They're scumbags. A lot of people look at these hackers and they think, oh, they're good people. They're sticking it to the man. But what they don't understand is that these hackers have targeted innocent companies who have done nothing wrong in the past. Like, for example, they targeted schools. They targeted schools and they threatened to release student information, which what have the students done to them? So their greed is their downfall, because when that incident happened, is that nobody's going to pay that group anymore, because people saw, you pay them once and now they're going to demand more money. And Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar were completely smart. They were right on the money not to pay this group, and they knew that this, whatever they had, was useless. And Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive, they had all the cards at the end of the day. They did, because they have a mega project coming up. And even with that mega project coming up, even if that, the story gets leaked tomorrow, sure, it might do some damage to the game, but they're still going to make billions from it when the game comes out at the end of the day. So basically, to get to the video here, they demanded money from Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive. Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive refused to pay them the money, and what they did was they released it actually one day before their deadline. So the deadline was actually today, the 14th. They released it actually one day beforehand, which shows they weren't even going to keep their word in the first place. So it was actually good that they weren't even gonna pay them, and they were expecting this to do tremendous damage to Take-Two, tremendous damage to Rockstar. But what this did was it instead made their stock jump. Their stock jumped, and it actually rose. And remember what I said a couple days ago? I said this actually might help Rockstar. So if these idiot hackers release this stuff, this might help, and this might actually make more people interested in GTA, and it increased the stock price of Take-Two Interactive, which I really wish that I would have bought stock at this point now. But yeah, a lot of people who own Take-Two stock made a lot of money today. They did because of these idiots, and it goes to show you that these morons, these hackers, these guys might be smart when it comes to computers. They might be smart when it comes to the viruses and all the other stuff, accessing people's emails, doing all that stuff. But just because somebody is smart in one thing does not make them smart in another thing. These guys, their greed in the past, because of their greediness, people have seen that these guys are not trustworthy. And so I don't know what these guys were expecting from a company like Take-Two Interactive. And these guys also, they released this information too on the web, which, it probably shows that nobody was going to buy this information from them in the first place, so they just released it publicly. So these guys, they don't understand how companies work. They don't understand that stuff like this, releasing stuff like this, is actually ironically going to help companies. But that just goes to show you, just because somebody's smart in one thing doesn't mean that they're smart in another thing. They don't understand basic human psychology. They don't understand is that these companies are not going to pay you what you want. And also for criminal organizations, one thing that criminal organizations rely on the most is they rely on their reputation. When criminal organizations have a reputation for being strong, powerful, and also scary, it's the exact same thing for hacking groups too. Is that is everything for them, that reputation. Because then when that hacking group comes after you, you know that, oh god, it's this group here. So that basically scares the crap out of people, and that actually would help them make more money when they extort people. But the ironic thing about this is this has actually damaged their reputation, where now they look like a joke, because they had useless information that wasn't worth anything. They released it, and the information hoping to do damage to Rockstar actually did the opposite, where it did tremendous amounts of damage. But let's read the article right here. Rockstar hackers released data early after GTA 6 maker refuses to pay ransom. Shiny Hunters posted the data with a message to Rockstar. How does it feel to be the headline? So this, oh man, we do not operate a Telegram channel, and this data was never for sale like reported on X, formerly Twitter, for $200,000. Is now leaked. How does it feel to be the headline? How does it feel to be look like idiots? You guys literally look like idiots right now. It's literally, you just made Take-Two Interactive and their shareholders a ton of money, and that's exactly what they want. Shiny Hunters, the hacking group that breached Rockstar Games' digital systems over the weekend, has now released its ill-gotten data onto the internet after the Grand Theft Auto 6 maker reportedly refused to pay the ransom. On April 13, a day before the previous posted deadline, Shiny Hunters released the data it claimed to have stolen from Rockstar Games via an exploit related to the company's cloud servers, provider, and metric software. The files can now be downloaded from Shiny Hunters' website, located on the dark web. Along with uploading the files, the hacking group posted a message denying past reports that it was selling the Rockstar data for $200,000 on Telegram and taunting Rockstar Games. Here's the full message. Your Snowflake instance's metrics data was compromised thanks to Anodot.com. We do not operate a Telegram channel, and this data was never for sale like reported on X, formerly Twitter, for $200,000. It is now leaked. How does it feel to be the headline? Well, I don't know why they leaked that data, because they could have, and I'm not defending them, but I'm saying is that they could have actually sold the data to other people, or probably other people probably would have, probably weren't interested, because they saw that the data was useless. How does it feel to be the headline? How does it feel to be like an idiot right now? So that's it. So I literally cannot believe that I'm happy for Take-Two Interactive for once, because Take-Two Interactive is a pretty greedy company, but these hackers, like I said, these guys are criminals, these guys are scumbags, and it just feels so satisfying for just them to get karma. According to those who have reportedly seen the leaked data, it is mostly metrics information about GTA Online, Reddit Online, and how much money those games are bringing in daily and weekly. People who have seen the data also say it includes info about specific countries' spending habits in Rockstar games. So again, pretty much useless information. The fact that these guys released this on April 13th, when they said the deadline was April 14th, they released it one day early. Shows they weren't going to keep their word in the first place. So here we got a tweet from Ben. Breaking: Shiny Hunters have released the Rockstar Games data breach, and it's the exact same message here, and people could download this. Do not download this, guys. Don't download the stuff. Don't go to Shiny Hunters, link and download it, because we don't know what else is in there, so it could have viruses and stuff like that. It's telling people that what isn't in here, at least based on early reports, is any GTA 6 source code files, assets, or player data that could cause major issues for Rockstar, provided the community with juicy leaks. If you were hoping for that, ain't what that leak is at all. That makes sense, as it always seemed that Shiny Hunters didn't gain access to Rockstar's internal computers or data. Instead, they reportedly used an exploit in a third-party cloud service metrics provider to pull out financial stats. And again, the reputation of this hacking group is down the toilet right now. That's essentially what this is. These guys are becoming a laughingstock. That is what they are. So the Shiny Hunters people, it's like shiny idiots at this point right now. Kotaku has contacted Rockstar Games about this recent release of stolen data, but the company refused to comment. On April 11th, shortly after it was reported that Rockstar Games had suffered a data breach, the GTA 6 maker confirmed the news and downplayed the severity of the situation, telling Kotaku that a limited amount of non-material company information had been leaked due to a breach, and claiming that it wouldn't have an impact on our organization or our players. And they were 100% right on that. And so look at this. So comments. So gigantic nothing burger got it. Shiny Hunters. How does it feel to be the headline? Rockstar. Thanks for all the hard work and advertising for us. Oh man, I've no sympathy for a judgment like Rockstar, but why do some of these hackers feel like talk like a Disney Channel movie villain? Do they not get how sad it makes them sound? Yeah. So hackers found out how much money GTA makes. If I Google Take-Two Interactive Q3 earnings release, it looks like these Take-Two guys hacked them and dumped the info first. These are the worst hackers ever. Cool, just some revenue analytics. Who's interested in those? Investors? I hope they get caught because of this pointless achievement, and they regret it in jail. Making internal finance earnings data might seem benign to some, or less exciting and flashy than code or assets, but they are a subsidiary of a publicly traded company. It's not likely to end actually doing much damage, and the people who stole it likely knew that. Otherwise, they likely wouldn't. So literally is through all the comments, the people are seeing that the hackers are a joke. They are. They're literally their organization, the reputation of their organization is down the toilet. And right here, I will link this post down below if you want to link this. Also, I got this link from Ben, which I'll link his Twitter also down below. But this was apparently from one person who had accessed the files from Shiny Hunters, and so this is the information right here. Let me also move my camera to make sure that you guys can see it. Okay, so right here, this is the first set of data that was released. Data period June 2024 to April 2026. So nearly the last 2 years. And then that's for Red Dead Online, and then GTA Online September 2025 to April 2026, a little bit more than half a year. Average weekly revenue. So Red Dead Online makes an average of $500,000 every single week, which is not small money. It still makes a great amount of money. And then GTA Online makes $9,592,109 average every single week. And I know I'm gonna have some of the haters that are gonna come in the comment section and say, "Oh, look, Professional, we told you Red Dead Online sucks. That GTA Online is the more popular game. That's why Rockstar abandoned it." But you have to understand that GTA Online only became the game that it is after the heist. So when Rockstar, added the heist, and then they started adding DLCs, there was things to buy in the game, properties, more cars, more vehicles, guns, businesses, that people started buying shark cards. If they had added that same thing to Red Dead Online, more businesses, properties, actually houses that you can buy, not just camps, I guarantee you people would have bought gold bars. Average daily revenue for Red Dead Online, no answers. For GTA Online, average $1,319,000. So over $1 million every single day from GTA Online. Minimum weekly revenue, minimum $300,000, still a ton of money from Red Dead Online, just making that in a week. GTA Online, $4,799,000, so about 10 times more. Max weekly revenue, the max that Red Dead Online has made in a week is $868,000, where GTA Online has made $27 million, almost $28 million actually, damn. Annualized estimate, $26.4 million a year, so Red Dead Online makes $26 million a year, so I never expected Red Dead Online to surpass GTA, don't get me wrong on that, but that's still a ton of money, and the thing is, they could have doubled or tripled this number if they'd actually supported Red Dead Online with content, but GTA Online makes $498 million a year. My God, almost 500 million, almost $500 million every single year. Damn. So next one, let me actually go through these in order here. So right here, stream shark. This shows Shark Cards versus GTA Plus. This is again what the hackers released. Shark Cards shows 7,328,000 dollars on average in a week. Average on a day, 974,000. My God, almost $1 million every single day. GTA Plus memberships average on week $2,262,725. Man, for just a subscription service, they're making over $2 million in a week. Average on day, $344,501. Damn. And total average on the week, 9,592,000. Average a day, 1,319,000. Next for metric average active users, Red Dead Online 969,000, GTA Online 9,937,000. So GTA Online has 10 times the amount of active players that Red Dead Online has. I'm not surprised by that, but at the same time you cannot blame Red Dead for that because it's Rockstar's fault, because they stopped updating the game. When you stop updating the game, when you stop making content for the game, the players are going to drop. It's a reason why player numbers drop in between updates, because people get bored of the game. It's why they increase on GTA when you have more more updates coming out. Average new users, 123,748. For GTA Online, 464,000. So about 4 times more. Average paying users, $15,289. GTA Online 15,289 people. GTA Online 393,402 people. The reason you have more paying users on GTA Online is because on Red Dead Online, you can earn a lot of the stuff through gold bars. You can actually earn microtransactions in the game. And secondly, there isn't anything to buy. So if there's nothing to buy, people really aren't going to buy for the most part. With GTA Online, there's so much stuff to buy. Minimum active users, 704,000, and GTA Online is almost 7 million, so about 10 times more people. Max active users, 1,295,000 versus GTA Online, 15 million people. So that's an insane amount. But again, I'm not too surprised by it because Rockstar abandoned Red Dead Online. And look, like I said again, I don't want to repeat myself, but I never expected Red Dead Online to surpass GTA. But I'm telling you, these numbers for Red Dead Online, these could have been doubled, or even tripled if they had actually supported the game with more content. Let's see here. Platform PS5 weekly active users 3,474,021 players. Damn. Weekly bookings 4,486,000. PS4, so still almost 2 million people play on PS4. And then bookings on that 973,000. Xbox Series X 1,129,000 players. And then weekly bookings 1,867,000. Xbox One 1,026,000 players. Weekly bookings 918,000. PC 894,000 players, and then weekly bookings 264,000. The reason PC players are also spending the least amount is because a lot of them are playing actually 5M. They're not buying the shark cards. And this is the country that makes the most amount of money, the United States. I'm not surprised by that. The United States makes the most amount of money, $153 million. United Kingdom, $25 million. Germany, $15 million. Australia, almost $9 million. France, 8.7 million. Canada, 8.5 million. Netherlands, 4.5 million. Switzerland, 3.7 million. Wow, there's a lot of people in Switzerland that play GTA Online. Italy, 3,478,000. Spain, 2,762,000. I'm honestly surprised we don't see a lot of Asian countries on here. I'm honestly surprised we don't see like countries like Japan or India in the top 10 on here, because I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys that play that watch my channel are from India. So I know there's a lot of people that in India that also play GTA. So I'm honestly surprised that India isn't in the top 10 on here for most players that spend the most amount of money on GTA. Yeah, but that's the stats on there here. And last thing here, let me show you the stock. Okay, so look at this right here. This is Take-Two Interactive stock right here. Maybe I can actually go to a better chart here. Let's see, not even the Google chart. Let's actually see if we can get a little bit of a bigger one here. So this is from Yahoo Finance. So let's see here. Okay, April. Okay, so April 10th. At April 10th, it was about 199, about there. And also the stock market is actually closed on the weekends for people that are confused by that. And then look at what happened is that on the 13th, the hackers released the information, right? They released the information. The stock was about $197. And look at this. Look at what ends up happening. Now the stock is climbing $201. Climbing more. We're going into the 14th. Climbing. And it goes up to $204. And there was one point today at 5 p.m. it went up to $297. Stock market is closed at 4 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, but it can still rise a few hours after the market closes. But I should have bought Take-Two stock, man. But that was that's just hilarious how this backfired. For people that are confused, that are wondering why did this stock, blow up? Like, why did this increase? Because it went from the low number, here like 195 to 207 at the highest. So it literally went up by over $10. And for a stock to actually go up $10 in a single day, usually there's something had to have happened for it to go up in a single day. Usually that's a number that takes like a couple days, maybe a couple weeks at most to rise. But that right there, the reason that the stock went up in value is because investors saw those numbers. The numbers I just showed you guys earlier, where they were showing how much money GTA Online and Red Dead Online made, that the amount of money that Rockstar Games was making from like GTA Plus and Shark Cards and all the other stuff, the stock rose because investors are happy for that. Because when investors see that a company is making a ton of money, company's making really good earnings, they get excited. They get more excited for the company. They have more faith in the company. They buy more shares in the company, and they have more confidence in the company. And because of that, the stock of the company rises. It increases. That's why when companies have their earnings dates and they surpass earnings, they do way better than their projections. projected amount on earnings, that's the reason the stock jumps, because investors have more confidence in the stock, and it's showing that the company is making a ton of money and the company's in a good financial state. So this had the opposite effect. So it shows you that the hackers had no idea about the stock market. If I had seen those numbers beforehand, I would have told you for a fact the stock market was going to go up. If I knew that they were going to release that information, I would have told you the stock market was going to go up. But these hackers, like I said, they're stupid, because they might be geniuses when it comes to hacking and getting in good with computers and all the other stuff, but they don't understand finance. They don't understand how money works. And anybody who's interested even a little bit in the stock market, even an amateur in the stock market, could have told you that amount of money, those record amounts that they're showing right there, if that went public, the stock would go up. I thought what they were going to release is they were going to release like GTA 6 spoilers. If they released like GTA 6 spoilers, then yeah, the stock probably would have dropped, because investors would have seen, oh, the big game that they have coming up just got leaked. That's why when games get leaked, usually, stock prices crash. That's why when Take-Two Interactive got hacked years ago and GTA 6 revealed, that's why their stock crashed, because investors saw, their biggest game ever, it just got leaked, it got hacked, it's compromised. But this was something else. Even though they did get hacked, which is not a good thing, it shows their data. It shows the amount of money that the company was making, which makes investors happy. So it has the opposite effect. So it's not shiny hunters anymore. It's shiny idiots. That's honestly what it is. I'm just honestly so happy for this. It backfired so much. I just love stories where there's karma, where somebody gets karma. The hackers were greedy, demanding a ransom from Rockstar. And that stupid message of theirs. How does it feel to be a headline? Well, you are a headline right now, and you're not a headline for the right reasons. You're a headline right now for being a complete idiot. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just love the stories like this where just people get karma, and I just cannot stand these hackers trying to extort people like this. Their greediness, thinking that they can get away with stuff like this, and it just backfired on them completely, and their reputation is down the toilet right now. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.